Hey guys, what's up? J Money here, and today I'm going to be talking about the newest version of iDeck Tracker, version 3.0. I'm actually really excited about this one. Not only does it have a lot of bug fixes, but it also has some really nice quality of life changes. So you can see that I have just played with a nature deck, but I've queued up with a deception deck. So instead of having to set my active deck, um, thanks to the help of Pale Stitch, I have been able to figure out a way to have it automatically update your deck with the log files. So you'll see in a couple seconds this will change to my new Deception deck list. Um, while we're waiting, I'd also like to give a shout out to Misco for helping me find different log files to use to draw and shuffle cards. That's been super helpful. And to X-Ray for helping me test a lot of different edge cases, especially revolving around deception and stuff, has helped a ton. So yeah, you can see my deck list has now been updated to my current deck list. Another really cool quality of life change that I think some of you might appreciate is that you can now toggle the deck tracker. So if you click on this button, it will hide the deck. And this is useful if you just want to be using this button to find the opponent's GU Decks page. If you don't really care about the tracker part, then you can just have this sort of sitting like in a corner somewhere without it actually taking up the entire size of the deck list. Um, So yeah, those are the two big quality of life changes. There's also been a bunch of bug fixes. Basically, it'll be a lot less common to see -1s next to your cards when you draw cards that were shuffled into your deck previously. It also now shows a 1 next to the cards that you have one of them in your deck. That's just sort of a personal preference. I guess if you guys want to let me know if you like that or not, I can change it back to not having the 1 show up next to it, if you don't like that. Um, let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, so when you play something like Deuteria or Raise Imp or other cards that shuffle cards into your deck, um, those will still show up as -1 when drawn. I've actually decided to leave Deuteria as showing -1 when you draw her upgraded versions, just so that you know when you've drawn them. Um, Even though it sort of looks a little bit ugly with a -1, it still helps keep track of what's in your deck, even if it doesn't like work as well as it perfectly should. And then for those of you guys that uh, are more into the coding side of stuff, I have reformatted my files such that it now includes a separate text file instead of having that 3,500 line text file. It now includes that in a separate file, which is really nice. And then also I've got rid of all my global variables, and in general I've shifted away from output log.txt and towards event solver info.txt, which makes everything more readable as well. Um, yeah, that should be most of the big changes. And I guess I'll just go ahead and show off how JSON works. So JSON does in fact work with this, which is really cool. I'm going to lose this game probably, but that's okay. Yeah, so you can see that I've added the gorilla, and I'm going to choose Adi. So that's another bug, I guess. That should be saying 3, but it's 99 because I couldn't find it for some reason. And then Hector. Well, 2 out of 3, not so bad. So yeah, obviously there are still bugs. This 99 just means that I couldn't find it in the deck list for some reason. Or in the list of all cards. Yeah, that should be about it. It's during the week, so I don't really care about my rank, so I'm just going to go ahead and concede. And I'm going to show you guys the compilation for this exe file. So okay. So this is the current directory for the GitHub project. So these are the current changes. Basically, I've just moved the 2-1 versions into the outdated log and then updated the readme and change log. Okay, so this is my current working file. So 3-0.py, I can move in here and then just copy it back out, and then condensed library as well. This is just what's been useful for being able to automatically update the deck tracker with your new deck and also separate it out the text file. I'm going to go ahead and delete everything else in here. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and run this command. Go ahead and take a brief pause, and it is the same directory. So this should build the .exe file. The command looks a little bit different from last time because I did have to use the add data flag in order to add in the text file, but besides that, everything else is the same. And then once this finishes, I will go ahead and just drag this exe into here. Alright, and if we go back to the desktop, we now see there's a bunch of extra files added. And commit 3-0, commit to main, and push. Cool, and then current date and time is 3:25 p.m. Eastern, and if we refresh this page, hey, there we go, everything's just been committed. I am going to be updating the README with the link to this YouTube video, which I obviously don't know yet, so I haven't put there since I am still making the video. Besides that, everything else should stay the same. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and hope you like my deck tracker.